The royal world has just been shaken by news no one thought would come so soon. Reports are flooding in that Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales, has stepped into a role the world has long anticipated, while Queen Camilla faces a stunning and unexpected loss of her royal standing. What exactly happened behind palace walls that could change the line of succession and alter the balance of power within the monarchy? And why has this dramatic shift unfolded now, at a time when the royal family is already under immense scrutiny and pressure? The monarchy, a 1,000-year-old institution, thrives on order, tradition, and control. But what we're seeing today feels like anything but tradition. Rumors of health struggles, rising tensions within the royal household, and long-held debates about who truly has the people's support are all colliding in a way that has sparked global attention. For years, Kate Middleton has been quietly preparing for the role of queen consort, admired not just for her elegance but for her discipline, loyalty, and deep connection with the public. At the same time, Queen Camilla's position has always carried its share of controversy, shadowed by the memory of Diana, Princess of Wales. Now, with shocking developments from Buckingham Palace, one woman rises while the other falls. Stay with us as we unravel the truth behind these headlines, uncover the royal maneuvers, and explore what this monumental moment means not only for the monarchy, but for the millions who follow every move of the House of Windsor. For decades, the British monarchy has prided itself on tradition, stability, and order. Changes to titles and positions are typically announced with careful wording and after years of planning. But what has unfolded in recent days inside Buckingham Palace feels like a break from that very tradition. The announcement that Queen Camilla has been stripped of her royal title, and that Kate Middleton has assumed a throne-like role beside Prince William, has left both royal experts and the public stunned. The first signs of a shakeup came quietly. Palace insiders began to hint at mounting pressures on King Charles, whose health has been the subject of growing concern. His reduced schedule, the noticeable absence from several major engagements, and whispers about private medical treatment began to circulate. Royal watchers speculated that preparations were being made for William and Kate to step up sooner than expected. Yet few imagined that Camilla's title would be the first to fall in this transition. Camilla's journey into the monarchy has never been an easy one. While Charles has stood firmly by her side, her presence as queen consort has always carried the shadow of Princess Diana. For many members of the public, Camilla represented controversy rather than unity. And though she worked tirelessly to improve her image, acceptance was always partial at best. According to insiders, recent private meetings between senior royals and advisors addressed the Camilla problem head-on. As Charles's health struggles made succession planning urgent, the decision was made to shift focus toward William and Kate, the younger, more popular faces of the monarchy. The palace announcement was terse, yet shocking. Camilla would no longer hold the official recognition she once did. In her place, Catherine, Princess of Wales, would step forward into a position of greater prominence, symbolically taking on the mantle of leadership alongside her husband. For the first time, the monarchy was signaling a clear transition of power, not in decades to come, but in the immediate present. Reaction to the news has been polarizing. Supporters of Kate Middleton rejoiced, seeing her rise as the embodiment of modern royalty. She has always been seen as graceful, dutiful, and uncontroversial, qualities that make her a natural fit for the role. Her decades-long preparation, from university sweetheart to mother of the future king, has painted her as the steady hand guiding the monarchy into its next era. Meanwhile, critics have expressed sympathy for Camilla, pointing out that she weathered decades of criticism only to see her crown slip away in the twilight of her life. The international press wasted no time in dissecting the announcement. Headlines declared it a palace coup, while royal commentators debated whether Camilla had been forced out quietly or had chosen to step aside in the face of public opinion. Some suggested that the decision was made out of necessity, an attempt to protect the monarchy from declining support during a period of turbulence. Others hinted at internal family tensions, suggesting that William's growing influence and Kate's rising popularity left little room for Camilla's continued reign. What is clear is that this move was not made lightly. Every detail, from the timing of the statement to the wording of the palace communication, was carefully calculated. And yet, the shock it delivered was undeniable. The royal household has, perhaps unintentionally, revealed its vulnerability. The monarchy is no longer untouchable. It must adapt to survive. As Kate Middleton steps into her new role, her every move will be scrutinized. The public will look to her not just as the wife of the heir, but as a queen in all but name. Camilla, meanwhile, faces an uncertain future, still married to the king, but without the recognition she once held. This is not just a story of titles. It is a story of power, perception, and the struggle for the monarchy's survival in the 21st century. And as this historic transition unfolds, one thing is certain. Nothing inside Buckingham Palace will ever be quite the same again. From the moment Kate Middleton entered the royal spotlight, she was destined to be more than just a princess. Born into a middle-class family and raised far from the grandeur of palaces, Kate brought something refreshing and relatable to the monarchy, qualities that quickly captured the hearts of the British public. Over the years, she transformed from an ordinary university student into a global icon, a woman seen not only as Prince William's wife, but as the very embodiment of the monarchy's future. Kate's rise has been built on patience, discipline, and an unwavering sense of duty. Unlike many royal brides before her, she was given years to prepare for her role. Her long relationship with William, often called the fairy tale romance, allowed the public to grow comfortable with her presence even before she became the Princess of Wales. This familiarity was key to her acceptance. People didn't just wake up one day to a new princess. They had followed her journey step by step, from St. Andrew's University to Westminster Abbey. But Kate's appeal has always gone beyond appearances. She has cultivated a reputation for humility and grace, choosing to lead through quiet strength rather than controversy. Whether she's engaging in charity work, visiting children's hospitals, or championing mental health awareness, Kate has shown a genuine ability to connect with people. This connection is what makes her so different from Camilla. While Camilla has struggled for decades to overcome public skepticism, Kate has consistently been viewed as trustworthy, reliable, and beloved. Palace insiders confirmed that this popularity has played a significant role in recent events. With King Charles's health under pressure and Camilla's position weakening, the monarchy desperately needed stability and unity. Kate represented that stability. To the public, she is not just the wife of the heir, she is the modern face of the monarchy itself. Her role as a mother to George, Charlotte, and Louis only strengthens this image, as she embodies the ideal of a devoted parent preparing the next generation of royals. Critics often describe Kate as the people's queen, a title once associated with Princess Diana. The comparison is impossible to ignore. Like Diana, Kate exudes warmth and accessibility, often appearing unafraid to break from strict royal protocol to show compassion. She kneels to speak to children, embraces well-wishers during walkabouts, and manages to look approachable even while wearing a crown. It is this balance of tradition and relatability that has secured her place in the hearts of millions. The timing of her rise, however, is also crucial. The royal family has been battered by scandals in recent years, from Prince Andrew's legal troubles to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's very public split from royal duties. Amid all this turbulence, Kate has been a consistent, steady presence. She rarely comments on controversies, choosing instead to keep her focus on her family and her work. This silence has worked in her favor, painting her as above the drama, untouched by palace feuds. By stepping into a role of greater prominence now, Kate is not only easing the transition of power, but also redefining what modern royalty looks like. For many, her ascendancy feels natural, even inevitable. She represents continuity but also progress, a monarchy that is adapting to survive. And perhaps most importantly, she gives the public a reason to believe in the institution again. In contrast, Camilla's story has always been entangled in past controversies. While she eventually won some respect for her loyalty to Charles, she never commanded the same level of admiration. Kate, on the other hand, has always been positioned as the future. And with her recent step forward, that future has arrived sooner than anyone expected. For the monarchy, Kate Middleton is more than a royal consort. She is the crown's greatest hope for survival. And as she takes on her new responsibilities, she is proving not just that she belongs on the throne, but that the throne itself may not stand without her. For Camilla, Queen Consort, the loss of her title marks the most dramatic turning point in a royal journey that has always been defined by controversy. Unlike Kate Middleton's smooth and celebrated rise, Camilla's path into the monarchy was riddled with challenges, public skepticism, and lingering shadows from the past. And now, as the crown's weight shifts toward William and Kate, Camilla's role has been stripped away, leaving many to wonder if her time in the spotlight was always destined to end this way. Camilla's story within the royal family has never been an easy one. For decades, she was viewed as the other woman in Prince Charles's marriage to Princess Diana. When Diana's tragic death in 1997 further cemented her as a figure of public blame, it seemed unthinkable that Camilla would ever be accepted into the royal household. Yet over time, she slowly worked to rehabilitate her image. Her marriage to Charles in 2005, her steady devotion to him, and her quiet dedication to causes such as literacy and domestic abuse gave her a degree of legitimacy. But even at the height of her acceptance, Camilla was never fully embraced. Polls consistently showed that public support for her remained lukewarm at best, especially when compared to the adoration lavished on William and Kate. For many, the title of Queen Camilla was a reminder of the monarchy's most painful chapters, a wound that had never fully healed. Behind palace walls, these realities became impossible to ignore. As Charles's health concerns grew more pressing, discussions about the monarchy's future intensified. Advisors began to question whether Camilla's presence was helping or hindering the institution. Sources suggest that younger royals, particularly William, were increasingly frustrated with the idea of Camilla holding such a prominent role at a time when the monarchy desperately needed fresh credibility. The focus, they argued, should be on the future, on William and Kate, not on a figure still tied to the scandals of the past. Ultimately, the decision to remove Camilla's title was framed as a necessary sacrifice for the good of the monarchy. By quietly sidelining her, the palace could redirect attention toward the younger generation, especially Kate, whose popularity was soaring. Insiders claim that Camilla was given little choice in the matter. Though publicly the palace painted the change as a graceful transition, privately it was understood to be a calculated move to protect the monarchy's reputation. The fallout has been significant. Supporters of Camilla have expressed outrage, calling the move cruel after years of her loyalty and service. To them, she stood by Charles through relentless criticism and deserved recognition for her role as his partner. But to others, the change feels like long overdue justice, a correction that restores balance to a monarchy that has always seemed haunted by the memory of Diana. The symbolism is impossible to miss. By stripping Camilla of her title and elevating Kate, the palace has made a statement about legacy. It is Diana's son and Diana's daughter-in-law who now carry the future of the monarchy, while the woman once blamed for Diana's suffering has been set aside. For many, it feels like history correcting itself. Still, Camilla remains a complicated figure. While she may no longer hold the title of Queen Consort, she is still the wife of the king, and will likely continue to play a private, if diminished, role in royal affairs. Yet her public influence has been decisively cut. The monarchy has chosen its path, and it does not include Camilla at the forefront. This reshaping of royal titles underscores a deeper truth. The monarchy is no longer willing to gamble on figures with divided public opinion. In a world where every scandal is magnified by media and social platforms, the institution has chosen survival over sentiment. Camilla's fall from grace is not just a personal loss. It is a symbol of the monarchy's ruthless need to adapt. And now, with Kate Middleton at the center of the crown, the monarchy is betting everything on a future that looks modern, polished, and free of the ghosts that have long haunted its halls. The shockwaves of this decision are still being felt across the world. Kate Middleton taking the throne while Queen Camilla loses her title marks one of the most dramatic turning points in modern royal history. For years, royal watchers debated who would truly carry the monarchy forward. And now, the answer is clear. Kate is no longer just the Duchess admired for her fashion, her grace, or her role as a supportive wife and mother. She is now a central figure in shaping the monarchy itself. For Kate, this moment is more than just a change in title. It is a symbol of destiny fulfilled. From the time she entered the royal family, people compared her to Princess Diana, seeing in her the same warmth, relatability, and natural ability to connect with ordinary people. Where Camilla often faced criticism and struggled to gain acceptance, Kate consistently earned respect not only within Britain, but also across the globe. Her popularity has remained steady, even during times when the monarchy faced scandals and crises. The future of the crown now rests on how Kate chooses to lead. This will not be an easy path. With the throne comes immense responsibility, political sensitivity, and the expectation to modernize a centuries-old institution without losing its traditions. Kate is admired for her calm strength, and this will be tested like never before. As a mother of three, and possibly, according to rumors, preparing for a fourth, Kate must balance being a symbol of national unity with being a protective parent. This dual role only makes her story more powerful and relatable to millions of families watching her journey. Camilla's loss of title, meanwhile, is being interpreted in different ways. For some, it feels like justice, a long-awaited moment where Diana's legacy indirectly wins through her daughter-in-law. For others, it represents the monarchy bowing to public opinion rather than tradition. Whatever the case, this shift proves that the royal family is willing to adapt to survive. By elevating Kate, they are investing in a future that appeals to the younger generation, ensuring the monarchy remains relevant in a rapidly changing society. This dramatic reshaping of roles also raises questions about what lies ahead for Prince William. With Kate by his side, his eventual reign will look very different than anyone once imagined. Together, the two represent a balance of tradition and progress, he as the heir who carries the weight of centuries of monarchy, and she as the modern face of compassion, resilience, and relatability. The couple has long been called the monarchy's greatest hope, and now, with Kate's throne secured, that hope feels closer to reality. As for the wider public, reactions have been a mix of celebration, shock, and curiosity. Royal supporters see this as a fresh start, a new era where the mistakes of the past can finally be replaced with a brighter vision for the future. Critics, however, wonder if this sudden shift will spark divisions inside the royal household or among Commonwealth nations. Will Kate's leadership bring unity, or will it ignite new challenges? Only time will tell. What is certain is that Kate Middleton's story has now reached a chapter that few could have predicted. From her beginnings as a university student in love with a prince to now holding one of the most powerful titles in the world, her journey is nothing short of extraordinary. She stands not only as a royal figure, but as a symbol of transformation, proving that the monarchy can evolve and that the future of the crown may indeed be in the safest hands possible.